Didn't notice it earlier, not until the room got darker. Street lights slid across the window, and the fingerprints came back again. I almost wiped them away with the sleeve of my hoodie, but something about leaving them there felt easier tonight. The kitchen light stayed on too long. There was a cup beside the sink, ice already melted down, nothing cold left in it. Someone outside laughed for a second, then a door shut somewhere below. The pipes clicked once in the wall, then everything slowed again. I leaned closer to the glass, just enough to see the lines. Some were fading near the edges, one still clear near the middle. Looked like somebody stopped there without meaning to stay long. Just a hand against the window before moving somewhere else. I don't even know why I kept looking at it. The room wasn't saying anything, but I didn't turn away. Didn't notice it earlier, not until the room got darker. Street lights slid across the window, and the fingerprints came back again. I almost wiped them away with the sleeve of my hoodie, but something about leaving them there felt easier tonight. My phone lit up for a moment, then went dark beside me again. I unlocked it without thinking, forgot what I meant to do. The fridge kept humming softly, cars passed somewhere far below. Light moved across the ceiling, slow enough not to notice. I traced one mark with my thumb, but stopped before touching it. Didn't wanna ruin the shape or make it look too clean. Outside looked washed in gray blue, the kind that comes before morning. Not late enough to feel tired, not early enough to restart. Nothing really happened here, that's probably why it stayed. Some things last longer when nobody talks about them. Didn't notice it earlier, not until the room got darker. Street lights slid across the window, and the fingerprints came back again. I almost wiped them away with the sleeve of my hoodie, but something about leaving them there felt easier tonight. The glass turned black after a while, couldn't see the marks anymore, but I still looked at the same spot every time I walked past. One side still works, so I kept using it anyway. Left the case open on the desk for almost the whole day. Thought I saw it in my jacket, then somewhere near the bed. After a while I stopped looking and played the music out loud instead. Checked the floor beside the charger, inside my hoodie pocket twice, under seats and loose batteries mixed with things I never throw out. The small rubber piece was missing, like it slipped out without a sound. Probably somewhere in this room, just impossible to notice now. Outside the hallway, motion light turned on and off through the door. Someone walked past slowly, then everything went still again. I put the left side in, just to hear something soft. The bounce sounded slightly wrong, but not enough to turn it off. Funny how fast things change shape from temporary into normal. After a few quiet hours, I stopped expecting to find it. One side still works, so I kept using it anyway. Left the case open on the desk for almost the whole day. Thought I saw it in my jacket, then notebook in and played the music out loud instead. Microwave blinking in the kitchen, same numbers as before. Half a bottle near the window, collecting dust around the cap. I leaned back into the sofa with one ear still uncovered, hearing both the song and traffic mixed together in the background. A line repeated in the chorus, but softer than I remembered. Maybe because the room was quieter, or maybe I just listened closer. I checked the case one more time, even knowing it was empty. Thumb resting where it should have been, like habit takes longer to leave. Didn't feel bad about it, just slightly unfinished. Like leaving a sentence halfway because nobody needed the ending. One side still works, and somehow that became enough. Music leaking into the room instead of staying close to me. The missing piece is probably here, somewhere under everything. But tonight I'll let it disappear without needing to solve it. The song kept going quietly long after I stopped paying attention. One side still playing, somewhere near the edge of the room. Footsteps over metal, echoing longer than they should. Half the paint came off the railing, left the colder parts exposed. The bridge shook a little whenever trucks passed underneath. I kept walking at the same pace without thinking where to be. Near the stairs was flickering, slow enough to barely notice. The yellow lines on the ground looked worn down into the concrete. Someone scratched initials near the center, then painted over them halfway. Now both layers show at once, depending how the light hits. My sleeve brush rests near the railing, left orange dust across the cuff. I wiped it once against my jeans, then forgot about it again. Below the bridge, the traffic moved without sounding fully awake. Just long tires against wet roads, and buses breathing at red lights. Nothing up there really changed, even when people crossed through. The bridge kept the same sound every single time shoes touched it. Footsteps over metal, echoing longer than they should. Half the paint came off the railing, left the colder parts exposed. The bridge shook a little whenever trucks passed underneath. I kept walking at the same pace without thinking where to be. There was a dent near the handrail, like somebody sat there often. Rain had settled in the corners next to cigarette ash and dust. I stopped halfway for a moment just to look through the fence below. White headlights sliding slowly between buildings and traffic signs. The wind got louder near the top, pulling softly through my hoodie. Not enough to feel dramatic, just enough to stay aware of it. Someone far behind was talking, but the words never reached clearly. Only pieces of conversation breaking apart before arriving. The bridge smelled like wet metal, cold air, and old paint together. The kind of place nobody photographs, but somehow still remembers. Footsteps over metal, same sound crossing every night. Rust beneath the peeling surface, showing through the faded trees above it. One loose piece of paint moves slightly in the wind, making the smallest sound every few seconds. Corners lifting in the rain, moving slightly in the wind. The poster stayed against the wall, even after coming loose. Water running down the paper, blurring parts of someone's face. Streetlight shining through the wrinkles, making everything look older. It was taped beside the crosswalk near the closed convenience store. Half the surface peeling outward from the concrete underneath. Some words disappeared completely, others stayed dark from the rain. There was a phone number still visible, missing 2 numbers near the end. I stopped there longer than I meant to, just watching the paper move. Every time the wind came through, one corner lifted then fell back down. Someone passed without looking, hood pulled low against the weather. Their shoes splashed through a shallow puddle, then the sound dissolved behind me. The walls smelled cold and wet, like dust mixed into rainwater. Everything around it looked temporary, except the part refusing to fall. Corners lifting in the rain, moving slightly in the wind. The poster stayed against the wall, even after coming loose. Water running down the paper, blurring parts of someone's face. Streetlight shining through the wrinkles, making everything look older. The bus stop light kept flickering across the sidewalk every few seconds. White-blue reflections on the puddles shaking whenever cars passed by. I touched the edge of the paper once, it felt softer than expected, like it had already been there through more weather than tonight. There were older layers underneath it, faded color showing through tears. Pieces of different advertisements pressed together over time. A train moved somewhere far away, low enough to feel through the ground. The city sounded distant here, even with everything still awake. Nothing about it stood out, that's probably why I remembered it. Just wet paper on concrete, holding on a little longer. Corners lifting in the rain, never fully coming off. Wind pulling at the surface while the tape kept holding on. The light turned green beside me, but I stayed there for a moment, watching the poster move slightly against the darkened wall. By tomorrow it'll probably tear or disappear completely, but tonight it kept moving every few seconds in the rain.